Hey people, so this is going to be a review of the Rimmel London Magnif'eyes Electric Violet edition. First off, you can get there's a various of different ones. They've got obviously this one, they've got ones which are like shades of like orange, I believe, like the warm tones. I really wanted to grab this palette, so I grabbed it. Even though I've got a lot more, like I've got loads of eyeshadows, but I thought, why not? I've heard some good things about it, so I thought, why not give it a go? So I've used this quite a few times. So yeah, I will get into the review. So first off, which I like when drugstores do it. Personally, I don't follow it anyway, but if you are someone who's getting into makeup and want to like follow rules and shit like that, like, you know, mats in the crease and stuff like that, at the back it's got like an instruction thing for a look, um which is, as I said, it is kind of handy if you are new into makeup and you're completely lost. But with me, I've never followed any of these whatsoever. I kind of do my own sort of thing, like stuff that I wear as well, which my friend said, I just love you. I love how you don't care. Like, you just wear stuff. Like, you could argue and say that's kind of like a negative thing, but no, I generally just like mix and match a lot of my fashion and clothes and stuff. Like, I'm definitely not like, I'm definitely what you'd call unique. Sometimes at times, not like, I don't really conform to anything. But anyway, let's not talk about that. We're talking about this palette. So this palette has a mixture of mattes and shimmers, and then you do have an applicator. It's one of those, it's got dough applicator on one side and then a little bristle brush on the other side. So this is the colour. So as you can tell, this is like on towards like your blue and purple toned eyeshadows, as you can see. So first off, with me, I really like an eyeshadow palette to have a mirror. I'd rather this have a mirror than have this see-through. Like, I don't really care how it's see-through. I'd rather have it replaced with a mirror, but that's just me. But yeah, it does look, the packaging looks alright like this, but it's just, you know, it's sacrificed for a mirror, and I'd rather have a mirror. So first off, the quality of these eyeshadows. So the quality of these eyeshadows are really good. Surprisingly good. I have tried Rimmel London's eyeshadows in the past. I did have a palette, two palettes by them. It's when like the first came into doing eyeshadow palettes. I would say it's definitely, there's nothing wrong with them palettes, but it's definitely a step up from the old palettes that they used to do. They blend really well, and they're really pigmented as well, so that is a plus. But because they are drugstore, they are very average when it comes to lasting on my eyelids. So if you've not watched this channel before, my eyelids are on the oilier side sometimes, so eyeshadows don't necessarily have the best like lasting power on my eyes, but these are definitely average, like more average than the Makeup Revolution palettes for me. Another thing I want to mention as well, now if you have got sensitive eyes, be very wary of this palette, just because I had to try this quite a few times because it's working out, either my eyes were just being a pain that day or what. So the first time I used this, my eyes were a little bit irritated, but then I realised I had eyeliner on. So eyeliner has a tendency of irritating my eyes. Sometimes mascara, very, very rare mascara. If it is, it's usually ones that are really fragranced YSL. No shade, of saying that I've never had eyeshadows that irritate me. So I had eyeliner at the time, and I also had it in my inner corner. And then I tried it another day, literally just had this eyeshadow palette, and then I know a mascara that does not irritate my eyes at all, and my eyes were then irritated as well. So just be wary that if you do have sensitive eyes, they may flare them up. I mean, today I'm wearing the palette today and I've not had no irritations, but as I said, with me, it depends on how sensitive my eyes want to be on a particular day. So I would say if you do suffer from sensitive eyes, then be wary picking this up, because it may irritate your eyes, and that's without even having it in my inner corner either, which again, I find surprising because I've never had an eyeshadow palette like irritates my eyes up, that is just on my eyelids and nowhere else around the eyes. So I said just be wary about that. But other than that, it's a good quality palette. As I said, if you've got normal eyelids and not as oily, then they may last a lot better than you. But for me, it's like, again, it's like average but lower average. Like I find that the Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palettes last a little bit more longer than this palette. But other than that, it's good quality. As I said, they blend really well. They're really pigmented. And yeah, if you've tried Rimmel London the old eyeshadow palettes in the past, and you've been a bit iffy about trying these, then definitely try these because they are a step up from them palettes that they did do. So that's it for this review. So bye guys.